right, here we go again. Book 3, Volume 3, starts out with some repetition exercises, single note repetition exercises. And that's going to be a continual theme throughout these volumes. But now we're going to dive into understanding octave shapes completely. And initially, some of these concepts may seem abstract, but I think the more you work with these, the more there's going to be a logic behind it, and it's going to help you understand stuff. So we might break these videos up as well, because it tends to get to be quite a bit of information, but there's going to be quite a bit of illustrations that are going to be coming up that are part of the books as well that you're going to see in these vids. So let's talk about this. First off, let's go back to how the guitar is tuned, right? From my low E to my high E, my intervals are 4, 4, 4, 3, 4, right? Or a fourth from E to A, a fourth from A to D, a fourth from D to G, a third from G to B, and a fourth from B to E. How does that factor into our concept of octave shapes? Well, remember when we first built the 3-string chord shapes, remember we took the strings and we broke them down into 4 sets of 3 strings each. So I had set 1, which was strings 1, 2, and 3. Set 2, strings 2, 3, and 4. Set 3, strings 3, 4, 5. And set 4, strings 4, 5, 6. This is going to come back into now when we look at certain octave shapes. So the first 2 octave shapes we're going to look at will be from these sets, okay? And remember the tuning, all right? We're going to mess with this idea of 4s and 3s. And let's start with set 1. Remember, the tuning for set 1 would be a third from the G to B and a fourth from the B to the E. So I have this idea of a number 3 and a number 4, okay? What's my octave shape? Remember, when we count on the neck, we always want to include the from fret that we're on all the way to the next fret that we're on, all right? It's kind of like counting intervals. If you count an interval and you're counting from B to E, you go B, C, D, E. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't forget the B. You got to know where you came from, right? So don't say that's a 3. No, it's a fourth. Well, the same thing is true when you're looking at the neck. You count the fret that you're on, including it in the count, to the fret you want to get to. So if I play this octave shape, I did this in another video, but we're going to talk about this now with the concepts of 4s and 3s. All right? All right, let's just go to the first fret. Let's do that. So here I am on the first fret, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 strings, 1, 2, 3, 4 frets. That's an octave. 3 strings, 4 frets. What was my tuning? It was a third and a fourth. Funny how that worked out, isn't it? Let's look at set 2. I'm going to go from the D, 3 strings, 4 frets. Now the tuning, if we go from low to high, is a 4 and a 3. But the concept of the octave itself is also a 4 and a 3. I could count 4 frets before I count 3 strings. I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 1, 2, 3 strings, right? So 4 frets, 3 strings. Here's the idea behind this though. I have this unique 4-3 concept coming through, right? No matter where I play an octave shape on set 1 or set 2, if I'm using 3 strings, the pattern of the tuning includes 1, 3, and 1, 4. And the pattern of the octave shape includes 1, 3, and 1, 4. Kind of neat. How did that work out that way? How the guitar is designed, okay? Now, let's take a look at set 3 and 4 of these. Remember the tuning now. The tuning is all fourths. So if I'm on set 3, from the A to the D, it's a fourth, and from D to G, it's a fourth. If I'm on set 4, it's the same thing. From E to A, it's a fourth, and from A to D, it's a fourth. Well, what happens to my octave shape now when I'm on set 3 and 4? Well, remember the idea of the numbers 3 and 4, okay? If I play on set 3, it's 3 strings, 3 frets. 1, 2, 3 strings, 1, 2, 3 frets. So what did I just do? I had 2 3s that existed with the octave shape, all right? It's symmetrical in number, we could say. And as far as the tuning, it has 2 4s. So I still have this 3-4 concept, but whenever the tuning is all 4s, the octave shape is all 3s. That's the same when I go to set 4. 3 strings, 3 frets. What's the tuning? A 4 and a 4. Still this concept, right? Kind of, I don't know, funky how that worked out. But do you see the idea? It may seem abstract right now, but the idea is, this idea of 3s and 4s can help me understand shapes. Again, set 1 and 2, I'm stretching 4 frets using 3 strings. Tuning is a 4 and a 3, or a 3 and a 4. Set 3 and 4, I'm stretching 3 strings and 3 frets. And the tuning are 2 4s, either one. All right, that's going to deal with sets 1, 2, 3, and 4 of 3 strings apiece. And we're going to stop it here, and I'm going to do a new video with the last 2 octave shapes. Still dealing with this idea of 3s and 4s. All right, thanks guys. See you on the next vid. Thanks for watching this video. Again, I'm Phil Olson. To purchase the Awesome Guitar Series, click on the link below. It'll take you to Amazon. You can see full descriptions of each one of the volumes. After you've made your purchase and you receive them, go home and practice.